Hey, real estate agents, do you want to get more leads? Do you want to get more customers in the door? Do you want to stop chasing your tail trying to make money and to feed your family? Well, this video is for you. And I'm going to show you how to get more leads in the door and stop struggling and stop chasing people down and let people chase you down. All right? Okay. Now, I know you've seen tons of videos out there about how to get customers and get leads and things like that, but nobody's talking about this topic right here. This topic is about testimonials. That's right. I said it, testimonials. Now, what I mean by testimonials? Well, here's the thing. Testimonials carry a lot of weight when you're trying to sell stuff, when you're trying to get people to pay you money for your services, your products and services. And you know what I'm talking about because you do it every day. And I'm talking about reviews. You go to that website where you buy products online that's taking over the world. And when you get ready to buy a product, what is the first thing you do? You go to the review section at the bottom and you start reading what everybody else is saying about that product. And if the reviews don't look good, they don't sound good, you get that feeling like, I don't know about this one. You go to the next product. Reviews are like testimonials. You know, that's somebody who bought the product or used that service and they're explaining what happened. They're giving the experience about what happened and uh, how did it go? You know, how did they enjoy everything? How did they enjoy the company who was working for them, who actually came out to their house to do work on their house or whatever it is. You know, they went to a spa or they went to a hotel or a restaurant or whatever it is. Anything that you spend money on, you always want to do a review. You want to check the reviews to see what's going on. And if the reviews look good, sound good, feel good, most likely you're going to spend money with them so you can get that same feeling. And that's what I'm talking about. And those are basically testimonials. Uh, Now, reviews are one thing, but testimonials, they take it to the next level. Reviews are actually what people are saying and through video format. That's what I'm talking about, video format testimonials. And yeah, it's cool and everything. You get somebody to say something and then you write it down and put the name next to it. Say, you know, Carrie from Chicago, she said, I had a great experience working with this company and this agent and she helped me get into a house and I will use her again the next time I move. I mean, that's cool and everything. You have about 5 or 6 testimonials like that. Well, let me tell you, videos carry power. And, you know, we live in a video world right now. So what you want to do, and I want you to do this right now. I'm talking to the agents who have been in the game for years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. If you're not doing this, you need to kick yourself. And if you know in the back of your mind that you've provided great service to people to buy a house, what you want to do, go back into your archives, go back into your client archives and find 20 of the best ones that you know of that had a great experience. Get 20 of them and do this right now. This is your project. Do this right now. Contact all 20 and ask them for a video testimonial. And don't seem desperate, like, please, can you do a testimonial? Don't do anything like that. Uh, ask them for a favor. Say something like, it will help me immensely if you do me this big favor. It will really help me out if you can do me this favor. And see, it's something about asking somebody to do a favor, and it's like they feel compelled to do it. There's something about that word favor. Like, would you please do me this favor? And they know in the back of their mind, you did a lot of work to help them get into that dream house. So they'll feel compelled to do it. And they'll be like, oh yeah, no problem. And I have a couple stories to tell you about, you know, my experience about doing that and that strategy. But yeah, It's a real simple thing you need to do. Just go ahead and contact about 20. If you don't have 20, if you have 10, contact 10 and pull out your camera and tell them I want to do a video testimonial. Now, I don't want you to write anything down. I want to do a video testimonial. It's going to be like a little mini interview, like a 5-minute interview. Just asking them 2 or 3 questions, and that's it. Just something real simple. Uh, like like uh, how was your experience working with me as your agent? You know, so did I find you your dream home, or just ask questions that'll get them talking, and you want to kind of direct them with your questioning so you can get a great answer. Don't ask something silly that'll you know lead them down the path that you don't want to lead them don't that you don't want them to go into. You don't want to have them rambling about something that doesn't make any sense or it's not going to benefit you. You want them to talk about something that is precise and exact and will make you look really good in front of that camera. Okay. Ask them a question. So, did you have a great time working with me as your agent? Uh, Something simple like that. That's a positive type of question. You know, um, Go to Chat GBT and get some ideas on positive questionings. Ask Chat GPT, write me 10 examples of questions that results in a positive answer. Something like that. Positive questioning, things like that. So do something like that to kind of spark their imagination and write those questions down and just ask them about 2 questions just like that, and that'll get them going. Okay. Now, now, the reason why I'm talking about testimonials, uh, because here's the thing: why? I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to break the why now. Like, why not just throw up a website with a bunch of pictures and listings of properties? Why not just do that? All the other agents are doing that. I mean, you can do that, but that's not really going to make you stand out in front of the crowd. Wow. That's not going to make you really stand out from everybody else, because everybody else has the same ugly looking website with these pictures of houses. Everybody's website looks like a Zillow website with 1,000 houses on it. Search here, search here, search. Yeah, that does nothing to get the customer excited about you and to want to work with you. All you're doing is getting them excited about looking at houses. And then what do? They'll go and find somebody that they know. They'll ask a friend or a family member, hey, do you know anybody? Do you know anybody? Do you know an agent? Do you know somebody? Oh, yeah, my cousin, man, they just bought a house the other day, and it was real great experience. Yeah, I can get the information for you. That's all you're really doing. Most agents don't realize that those websites, are, I won't say they're a waste of time and money, but you're actually promoting other agents doing that. You're giving away all your juice to somebody else. Wouldn't you rather retain that juice for yourself? And, when most agents, when they sign up to a brokerage, the brokerage, that's the first thing they do: get your website and get your IDX put on your site. You search, search function features on their website, and you're gonna get leads, and they're gonna search properties on this blah blah blah. And they do it, do that, and do that, and then they wonder why they don't get any leads from that website. Well, first of all, you need to promote the website, because just having a website is not enough. Because number one, people are not going to be searching for you if they don't know who you are. You have this beautiful website, but nobody knows it's out there. You have to promote and market yourself. You have to put it out there. And you check my channel, I have a bunch of videos about how to promote yourself and how to market yourself, online and offline. Business cards, flyers, things like that. Work, networking with people, and online with social media, doing videos and things like that. Uh, House tour videos. And, I mean, it's real simple to put yourself out there to market yourself. Spend some money and advertise on Google or in your local paper. Things that, I mean, it's just so many ways to market yourself and advertise. But at the end of the day, you want them to come back to a website so they can see who you really are. Because you really don't want people just picking up the phone from an ad they saw, and you're on the phone all day long talking to a bunch of tire kickers and time wasters. Do you really want to spend your day, dealing with knuckleheads all day long? Because I talk to agents all the time, and they said that's the worst thing that they have to deal with is people wasting their time, or they're helping somebody buy a house, and then come to find out they don't even qualify, and they thought they were qualified. I just talked to an agent yesterday, and they've been working with this person for 3 weeks, trying to find a property, and come to find out that they didn't even get qualified to buy the house. That is crazy. And the person actually told the agent, I'm qualified. And then the lender comes back and says they don't qualify. 3 weeks later, that's crazy. So, but I digress. That's another video right there. How to, get rid of tire kickers. And I'll put the links in the description below about what you can do to, get away from that and avoid that type of situation. But back to testimonials. Here's a situation. Quick story. Back in the 90s, I was a young pup. I was a youngster, fresh out of college. And I started working for a nonprofit agency. Uh, well, let me back it up. I went to school for computer science, and I ended up in a construction job. Yeah, how did that happen? Ended up in a construction job at a nonprofit agency as a housing director. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so I had a bunch of contractors working for me while we were fixing up houses throughout, the county and everything through a grant program. And we spent so much money fixing up houses, about $4,000 or $5,000 per house, whatever, through the government grant. And I worked at this company, this nonprofit, for 10 years. And let me tell you, not once did I place an ad in the paper to get people to want to get their houses rehab for free through the government program. Not, I don't remember one time. I do not remember at all placing an ad, spending money. Uh, I, I just, it was all through word of mouth. 10 years, and we stayed so busy. My waiting list was out of control. I mean, I had hundreds of people on the waiting list just trying to get in the door so they can get the houses rehab. It was just crazy. And I would always ask them, well, how'd you find out about us? Well, such and such told me. It was that word of mouth was very powerful. But here's the thing. Now, when you're working for a nonprofit, you don't really make a lot of money. So I was, making probably $14 an hour, $14 an hour as a project director of a housing program, rehabbing houses throughout the county down here in Tampa, Florida, making $14 an hour. That's crazy. So I wanted to make some extra money. So what I did was, while I was out and about, I started making some side money. I had a little side hustle with my contractors. And every time I would get like a potential customer, somebody wanted to get something fixed on the house, they would ask me, do I know somebody who can fix this for me? And I would say, yes, I do. And I would turn them right over to one of my contractors, and they'll go, get the job, and they'll just give me about 5 or 7%. And that's all I would ask for. You know, jobs would be like $2,000, and I get maybe like $100, $150, something like that. It wasn't that much, but hey, you make $100 just by getting information from this person who's looking for something, and I just pass it off to this person, and, and I get a cut, get a little piece of that as a referral. But now, here's the thing: how did this whole situation come about? Is because we did good work in the first place to get Miss Marianne's friend who needed some help on her house, and she asked Miss Marianne, uh, "I need my bathroom fixed. is there any way you can get in contact with that guy? You know, because I need something fixed on my house. Now, keep in mind, this person could not qualify for the program because they're younger, because this was a senior citizen program on low income. But the younger person who had a house needs some work done, they would ask that person, and because they liked what they saw in the house, they liked the work that we did, so they would say, you know, do you know anybody who can, you know, fix my bathroom or redo my kitchen, whatever. And what they would do, that's Miss Marianne, she would ask me, hey, can you get in contact with Mr. Johnson? Let him know, hey, my friend, she needs some help done, you know, some work done on the house. So I would talk to the lady, and then I would get her information, and I'd pass it off to my guy. Now, where am I going with this story? Bragging. I didn't reach out to this lady and showing her, hey, this is what we did, this is what we did, this is what we did, this is what we did. You know, we're the best, we're the best, we're the best. No, I didn't do that. The customer that we just helped, she did the bragging for us. Did you catch that? What you don't want to do, you don't want to be bragging about yourself. You don't want to be talking about yourself, about what you can do, what you can do, what you can do. I'm, I'm, I mean, you can do that, but do it very minimal. You know, just put a little effort into that. Just saying what you can do. This is what I provide. Make that real short. But what really holds power is when you have a lot of people out there talking about you and the great service that you provided. When others start bragging on what you did, that holds more weight. Did you catch that? Are you are you picking up what I'm dropping down? Because I'm putting it out there, but are you catching it? Let others do the bragging for you. And how do you do that? By getting testimonials. Back to testimonials. Are you catching on? Now go back to the assignment. Find you 10 to 20 of your best clients, of your best deals that you did, and talk to everybody. Talk to all of them, ask them for a favor, and do a video interview with them. Just ask them one or two questions. Thank them. Thank them for doing the interview. Appreciate it. I'm sure, and say something. I'm sure whoever's going to see this video, they're gonna thank me later. Thank you later. They're gonna appreciate it, and thank you for putting me on to this agent who did a great job for you. Now I'm going to work with this agent. You know, that's what testimonials do. Now, real quick, there's another story. Um, After 10 years of doing construction, I got into the health and fitness industry. Yeah. So now I'm about 35 years old. I'm older, and I'm getting into the health and fitness industry as a personal trainer. Wow, I'm late in the game. Okay, so I started down that route. So now I'm a old head in a world with a bunch of young dogs. You know, these guys in their 20s, all in shape, buffed up. Even the girls, you know, they're all jumping around, bouncing off the walls, doing crazy exercises. And here I am, 35 years old. You know, I've been enjoying myself, you know, doing the club thing, not taking care of myself. But then now I'm 35 and I want to take care of myself and get in shape and get in the health and fitness industry. So I'm actually a testimonial for myself. And I had pictures too, you know. This is what I used to look like, and now look at me now, you know, things like that. So I did a little bragging, but I didn't know. I was a youngster. I didn't know anything about marketing. I didn't go to school for marketing. I didn't understand until I got out there and I started dealing with the hard knocks of society and how to deal with people, how to talk to people. So I started working in the industry, helping people get in shape and lose weight and stuff. And number one, you got to find your target market. Um, I wasn't a buffed up guy, you know, rocked up, you know, big old chest, big arms, and six pack and all that stuff. I was just a 35-year-old in shape dude, just trying to make some money, trying to help people, you know, get in shape and feel good about themselves. So instead of me targeting guys who are looking to buff up and lift heavy weights and stuff, I started targeting people who are looking to just get in shape, lose some weight, and feel good about themselves, just like I did. the average Joe. I wasn't trying to look for Mr. Lee Haney. I was looking for the average Joe, the average Susie, just the average person trying to do their thing. And so I started doing that, and I was helping people, helping people, helping people. And then I learned a new part of the industry. Instead of working in the gym, helping one person at a time, I started to get into the group fitness industry. So I started training more people in the same hour, and I started making more money. And it was called, I was doing fitness boot camps, and I had to take that outside to the parks and stuff. So instead of me making like $20 an hour, now I'm making $200 an hour. Yeah, it works smarter, not harder. But that's another subject right there. So now, how did I get those people in my fitness boot camps? Well, first of all, I had to advertise. I had to put myself out there just to get it started. But now, every other camp after that, every month after that, I would keep my advertisements out there. But I say 80% of the people who used to come to my camps came from referrals from people who were at my camps. Their friends would come through the next month, and their friends, and then their friends, and their friends. And I would, and once again, that goes back to testimonials. Somebody else bragging on you, talking about your program. They're actually selling their friends on you. They were selling their friends on me. I didn't even talk to them. They would just show up and they would say, hey, I got a friend. She wants to join. I have two friends. They want to join. So what I would do, I would incentivize, the my current clients. I would say, hey, for every referral you bring in, I give you 10% off, $10 off, or whatever, discount. So that incentivized, that had them more hyped up to spread the word and brag on me. And once again, that's a form of testimonials. They were my walking testimonials. They were getting this shit, feeling great, and they're excited about the service that I was providing for them. Like nets are out of control out here. If I get in the sun, then they don't bother me. But as soon as I get in the shade, here come the gnats. It's crazy. Yeah. So bragging is not good when you do it on yourself. You let others brag on you through the means of testimonials, video testimonials. Once again, go back to that original, thing that you need to be doing. That's the project you need to start. You need to gather 10 to 20 of your old clients and ask them a couple questions, put them on camera. And I know some of you are like, well, you're not really good with camera work, and you're kind of shy and stuff like that. Hey, look. Let me talk to you about that. About being shy and don't want to be in front of a camera. Hey, look, this is 2025, and we're living in a video world. You need to pick up that camera, and you need to talk. Open your mouth and talk and express yourself. Because, first of all, I don't understand how a real estate agent can say that they're shy or they're not comfortable talking in front of a camera when you're in a people business. You you're an agent. Your job is to talk to people. So how are you nervous and shy about talking in front of a camera? There's nobody there. It's just you and the camera. And then if you have your current client or a past client, you know them, they know you. So what are you nervous about? Just pick up the camera and just talk. Just hey Miss Mary, Miss Joe, Mr. Joe, how was your experience working with me? Well, it was fine. Yeah, I had a great experience, and there were every time I called, he picked up the phone. He found me a great price, and he showed me about 10 properties, and we got in real easy. It was a no brainer. It was easy peasy. Well, I really appreciate the confidence that you had when you called me and signed me up and hired me as your agent. I really appreciate you. And if I can do anything else for you in the future, be sure to give me a call. Well, we sure will. And for everybody out there, if you're looking for a great agent, call call Tim. He's a great agent. He can really help you get into the property, the house of your dreams, just like we're in my house right now. And matter of fact, we're about to have a barbecue party in the backyard. Have some friends over, and y'all invited. Just have fun with it. Just stop. What's that? What's the quote in the movie Batman? No, The Dark Knight. What's that? The famous quote the Joker said, "Why so serious? If you stop being so serious and just have fun, good things will happen." So now, how does this now? Testimonials and bragging and all that kind of stuff and your assignment. You got all that down. Now, what do you do with all this information? Your testimonies. What are you gonna? You just gonna make videos and then just they're gonna stay on your phone? What are you gonna do with these testimonials? Okay, there's two things you need to do. Well, number one, you need to get your social media account: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. Get on social media. Get on the most powerful ones where everybody's on. YouTube is the best one because people actually go to YouTube and search for stuff. They'll search for houses for sale in your city, and your videos will pull up because you're talking about houses for sale in your city. And then you have something in there about testimonials from clients who bought a house in your city. So do videos like that. Throw it on YouTube. You can throw it on TikTok and Instagram, but those it just that's the feed just goes up and up. People scroll and scroll and scroll. They're not searching for you on there for that topic. That's what YouTube is the best one. Facebook, you just throw it on your page, and people will wind up on your page and they'll see it. But YouTube is always the best because people actually go to YouTube to search for something. So now that's number one. That's how you put yourself out there with these testimonials, and people will love you for it. You can do your house tour videos, and I have another video talking about house tours and how to, pimp those things out and make those things off the chain to bring in tons of customers. But talking on testimonials, I'm telling you, it's going to hold a lot of power, a lot of weight. Now, that's one thing you can do. The second thing you need to do, you need to get your website. Yeah, and I'm not talking about the typical website that you probably already have or you're thinking about getting from your broker, the one that has all the pictures of houses and, search for properties or market values and market, reports and this and that and see, how much is your house worth, house value, and, all that kind of stuff. That's cool and everything. That's for information. Those are basically it's like facts. Those facts just tell them stuff, and it doesn't really hit their heart. It's not real shocking. It doesn't grab their attention. It's just information, and that same information can be found on those other sites like Zillow and Realtor and stuff like that. So when they see that stuff on your front page of your website, and you're trying to promote yourself to hundreds and thousands of people in your city, and the first thing they see is just houses, it's not really getting their attention and holding their attention because they'll see what you have there, and then they can they'll go and ask somebody, hey, do you know a real estate agent? Because I'm thinking about buying a house. Or they'll go to the other site and look for more properties because your website only has 10 houses for sale. So they'll just go to the big boy website and look at 100 houses for sale. And when they scroll down to the bottom, they'll see two agents' pictures, and they'll click on those pictures, or they'll call those agents who are selling that house that they like on that site over there. Are you getting what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm dropping down? I'm tossing it out there, but are you catching it? Is it sticking? Hello? Anybody home? Wake up. Those type of sites, 9 out of 10 times when somebody goes to those sites to look for a house to buy or to hire an agent, they bounce off those sites. They bounce and they go somewhere else. You might get 1 out of 10 that might actually call you, and that one might not even be able to qualify to buy a house. So what do? What you need to do, you need to drop that website. Well, I won't say drop it because you invested money into it, but take all that information off of the home page and kind of hide it, to push it to the side. And the front of your website needs to be similar to a landing page, a branded landing page that filters out tire kickers. A branded landing page with testimonials that filters out tire kickers. That's a mouthful. A branded landing page that has testimonials that filters out tire kickers. Woo! That's a powerful website. And what do I mean by that? All right, branding. Well, first of all, well, I know you heard this term. People don't buy products. People don't buy services. They actually buy you. Why do they buy you? Why do people say that they're buying you? They're not actually buying you. What they're doing, they're buying what you provide by trusting you, because you built up trust, and they like you because they've seen you on TV, they've seen your ads, they've been to your website, and you have videos and you're talking to them. They've been on your TikTok, your Instagram, they've been on your Facebook. You're building trust, and they're liking you. And how do you build trust? Well, number one, you don't talk about yourself. You let others do the talking for you. Testimonials. So on the front of your homepage, I will have all those testimonials right there on that homepage. Like as soon as they go to your homepage, you know, johnthompson.com, and they open it up, boom, there's your picture. It's a big picture of you standing there, and then there's a video on the side with a testimonial saying, "Hey, testimonial number one," you know, and they press play and have a little arrow pointing to that video saying, "Press me." Have a full body picture, like you stand there waving at them, like, and they have an arrow pointing that way at the video, and that's the first video. That's your best video, and make that video entertaining. And then right after that, have some more videos, and say something at the bottom of that video saying, "Hey, check out some more of my satisfied customers who found their dream home." And they click the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and then all of a sudden have another video saying, "Hey, I'm looking for 20 more testimonials to put on my website. If you would like to be my next testimonial to get into your dream home, click the link below to get signed up today." Bam. That's how you brand your website. That's how you slap testimonials on there and have other people bragging on you. And that's how you get customers in the real estate game. All right. I know you're saying, "Yeah, I like this. I like my pictures of houses. I like people like to search for stuff when they come to my website." That's cool. That's cool. You can have that. But I would not make that your front homepage, your landing page. I won't put that plastered all over your front page. Like I said, it doesn't build trust. Just put that up in a link on the side next to contact us. Put that over there somewhere. Just hide it and have it say more, or more information, and that's it. Don't even put the word, search or market value or none of that stuff. Just put more. And when they click on more, then it drops down and it shows all that stuff. But your front page needs to be all about you. Get yourself a branded testimonial tire kicker filter website. Now, what I mean by tire kicker filter, okay, under those testimonials, right after you have that video of you saying, "Hey, you want to be my next client?" Right under that video, have an arrow or have some information that says, "If you're ready to get started, take my home buyer quiz to see if you qualify to buy a house." And have a quiz under there. It's like maybe like a 8 or 9, 10 questions, something simple, because quizzes are quick, not a test. A quiz. Quizzes are fast. When you're in school, quizzes are quick. Pop quizzes, it might be like 5 or 6 questions. So have a quiz under there, an automatic quiz, and it says, and they answer the questions, and you're basically qualifying them through that quiz. And if they pass the quiz, then and only then will they be able to book an appointment with you and to contact you. That's how you filter out the tire kickers. All right. Now, with that being said, um, I'm just I'm dropping these gems on you, but I don't know if you're listening. I hope you are. I hope it's sinking in because what I did, I just set you up for life with your with the website and testimonials to do it the right way and not chase people down and let people chase you. All right. I'm setting you up for success. I'm not setting you up to chase your tail. I'm setting you up the right way to structure your business, your testimonials, so people can brag on you. Put those testimonials on social media and on a website on the front page, and then qualify them so they can book an appointment to see you. Now that's how you work smarter and not harder. That's how you eliminate being on the phone all day long with a bunch of tire kickers and time wasters. That's how you eliminate all that stuff. And the only people that contact you are the ones that are serious. So, all right. Hey, right now, check this out. I'm running a special right now, and it's crazy. People saying, "Why are you doing this? Are you crazy?" Listen, um, websites cost money. We all know that. You know, there are monthly fees that the hosting company has to pay, and that cost has to be passed off to the customer who owns that website. You know, because it has to be hosted somewhere. All right. The website name has to be paid for, and that's an annual thing. Might be 15, $20 or whatever, or $10. That has to be paid every year. So a website has fees and costs involved, and the features that are on these websites, like a qualifying quiz, that's a very powerful feature that is on the website that I'm talking about. And there are other great features on the website that really gets the client's attention. Like instead of having to read a bunch of stuff, you can have talk to text to talk feature, where people actually click the button and the website actually reads to them and talks to them, kind of like an audible. I mean, that's just see stuff like that makes your website stand out from everybody else's. And then of course, an appointment booking feature, automated. You're not they're not calling you to book an appointment. They're actually booking an appointment on your website, and that's automatic right after they pass that quiz. I mean, just that's what you want. And I made a video about this, like how to hire five assistants to work for you 24 hours a day while you sleep for less than $100 a month. I think that's the title of that video. Um, I put that in the description. You'll like that video because it ties into what I'm talking about right now. Yeah, all these things. This is what your team is doing, and your transaction coordinator does, and all this kind of stuff. All that back and forth, talking to customers and potential clients and dealing with them. you know, with the website like this, what it does, it handles all that in the background, so you won't have to be going back and forth, wasting your time. So, put it like this. Let me ask you a question. Do you want to be a sales agent? That's what you're called when you get your license, a sales agent. Do you want to be a sales agent or do you want to be a closer? I don't know about you, but I'd rather be a closer. That's where the money is. Closing. Selling is chasing. Selling to me is you chasing, chasing, chasing. I'm selling, 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 chasing, chasing, chasing. You don't want to be doing that. You want to be a closer. So the best way to be a closer is to let somebody else do the selling for you. So get yourself a branded testimonial tire kicker filter website today. Uh, Crazy low prices. You don't have to pay $10,000 for a site like this. I'm losing my mind doing this, and I'm restricting how many people can get a site like this per city. The typical setup fee to get a site like this set up is around $1,500 and $97 per month for maintenance. Okay, but what I'm doing right now in every city, in Atlanta, Tampa, per city, I'm looking for only 10 agents per city that want a site like this, and I'm going to give it to you for free. And all I ask is you pay the $20 setup fee for the website domain name, and then pay the $97 per month 30 days later after that. And it's $0. It's free to get it set up. That's all that's the promotion I'm running right now. And I can only do 10 agents per city. And why 10? Well, because I don't want too much competition per city. It's only 10 lucky agents can get a site like this set up. And I'm gonna leave a link in the description so you can check out some of the sample sites, some of my current clients, their sites. All that stuff is going to be in the description below. So check it out, check it out, check it out. So do yourself a favor, take action today, my friends, and get your testimonials done, and get it on social media, and get it on a website that converts potential customers into paying clients, or clients that actually want to buy a house. They actually qualify to buy a house. All right. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.